Hey, what's up, you guys? This is Derek Collins, and I'm here to give you a quick lesson on anger management. Now, this is going to be a short video, and we're not going to dive into all the concepts of anger management, but we're going to go over the basics and the science of anger. So let's get started. So, before a person gets angry, they're usually right here. They're usually feeling normal until guess what?
What?
Triggered, right? They get triggered. And once they get triggered, certain emotions will go up. And I want you guys to remember something. When your emotions are going up and you're getting that fight or flight response, you're building up energy to either fight or run away. And the E stands for energy. So remember, when we're talking about emotions, remember the E stands for energy. Because you're building up all this emotion. And eventually, some people get to the point to where they explode.
Ooh.
And that's what we don't want.
Right.
All right. We don't want you to explode. And then after you explode, or some people explode, they go down to a point to where they have a post-explosion depression, also known as a PED. Now, some people don't even go through that. They just go back to normal after they calm down. But some people have a post-explosion depression, and they say, hey, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why did I act that way? Why did I throw that in that person's face? Why was I disrespectful? Because they didn't realize that part of their brain shuts down when they get angry. But we'll talk about that in a whole different video. And then they go back to normal. So that's basically the rundown of the science of anger. But when we're teaching anger management courses, we want to teach our clients how to make good decisions. So after you get angry, you have two choices: a good choice or a bad choice. That's very important for us to know, because I want you guys to realize something. I cannot teach you how to not be angry. That's impossible. We're born with anger. It's like teaching you how to not be happy. That's impossible. So what I want you to do, we want you to be conscious and aware. That's our goal. We want you to be conscious and aware that you actually do have a choice. You have a good choice or a bad choice. And anger is usually a secondary emotion. Okay? So in some cases, fear could be the primary emotion. So some guys get scared, and what do? They act out in anger. So when we're working with our clients, we want to deal with the primary emotion. We want to address the fear that somebody might be going through. Because if we can handle that, we won't end up having the anger. But if we're dealing with some anger or some anger management, here are some quick tips that will help you resolve that. After you're triggered, one thing that you want to do is you want to remove yourself from the triggering situation before you explode. So that's why I have these lines drawn through here. We want to remove yourself before you get to the point of explosion. So sometimes before guys get into a fight at the bar, they'll tell a guy to, hey man, go take a walk. Go take a walk. Go walk off that. Because they know the signs of anger. We want to remove that energy because you're building up all this energy from your emotions. Okay? Also, we want to change the focus. Some people focus on the triggering event, which makes them even more angry. We want to change your focus onto something that is happy, exciting, that's more appealing for you. So you might listen to a comedy station. You might watch an old show on YouTube that makes you happy. You might want to think about something from your past and use nostalgia to snap you out of it. But you also want to understand that you need to have the right perception, all right? Everything is not a triggering event. I remember one time when I was younger, in my 20s, there was a guy staring at me. I'm like, why are you staring at me? What's going on? And he wasn't even looking at me. He was looking at a girl's butt behind me. So he wasn't even focused on me, but I'm focused on him and wondering why he's staring at me. So everything is not a triggering event. Understand that, and that's what we have to teach our clients. We have to teach them how to change their perceptions and understand that they do have a choice, okay? Also, anger can stem from trauma, abuse, neglect, okay? Poor professional or personal development, okay? Anger can stem from a whole bunch of things. But once again, we teach our clients that, hey, we need to be conscious and aware. We can make good or bad choices. We want to remove ourselves from the triggering event. We want to change our focus, and we also want to change our perception. But here's another quick tip. Anger is not always a bad thing. Anger could be a good thing. It can motivate you and motivate your clients to make good choices. What do you mean by that, Derek? Well, let's say your clients are upset. They're mad about their job. I can't stand my job. I can't stand my boss. Sometimes I piss Kiana off. Sometimes I piss Kishana off, right? And they're like, Derek, I'm tired of you. You get on my nerves. Well, if they get pissed off enough, it might motivate them to go get a new job and say, Derek, I'm done with you. I'm through with you. Anger can motivate you to get a new boyfriend, a new girlfriend, to get in shape. We can use that anger for good. So it's not always a bad thing. It's letting us know that something is wrong, okay? So if you want to learn how to provide anger management classes, contact my team at 404-503-8069. If you want to learn how to teach court-mandated classes, you want to learn how to teach our gun violence prevention curriculum and become a gun violence prevention specialist and teach gun violence prevention in schools and have school violence intervention programs, go to gunviolenceprevention.com, go to thediversioncenter.com. We would love to work with you. Come to my office, learn how to do this, and I'll see you at the next video.